Hi, and welcome to Lady Cat and Wampus Cat basketball. It's Jeff and it's Levi, and we are at Buzz Bowling Arena tonight. The Lady Cats and the Wampus Cats taking on the Cabot Lady Panthers and Panthers. We're excited to be here tonight, Levi. My goodness, what a big night for the Wampus Cats and Lady Cats on Tuesday night at North Little Rock.
Yeah, it was a crazy night for both teams.
Yes.
Lady Cats having to come from behind in the fourth quarter, and then Coach Salty Longing saying, it took every single shot.
Yep.
He explained it to me this way. He said, we could have lost in regulation, then we should have won in regulation, and we just got lucky to get out of there with a win.
Well, it was two exciting games on Tuesday night. Both teams are 2-0 in conference play. Now tonight playing host to Cabot. Levi had a chance to talk to Coach Nance prior to tonight's game. We'll have that for you. Then we'll come back with the tip-off of the Lady Cats and the Lady Panthers on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Welcome back to Buzz Bowling Arena. I'm Levi Gilbert here with Coach Ashley Nance. And Coach, your team comes in tonight 2-0 in 7A Central play after a really crazy come-from-behind win on the road Tuesday night at North Little Rock.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of excitement just coming from Tuesday. But honestly, when you're playing Cabot, it's a rivalry game. They have Coach Crowder. We try to just enjoy the night, maybe the next day kind of recover, but then the way the 7A Central is, you got to refocus, and hopefully we come out a little bit better than we did our last home game. That's kind of been our focus is we haven't really had a really good home game yet, so we're honestly a better team on the road. So tonight, I hope we're a little bit more focused, and but again, I hope we build some confidence and we look confident just from Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw a few quotes from you after Tuesday's game about this team being a little bit different than the last few years. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams, of course, as coaches, we see, teams that are special, and you just naturally have that feeling, and they're very just coachable kids. There's not any know-it-alls or anything like that. So, we could be down 20, and they're still looking at me like there's a chance. And that's rare, in that game at North Little Rock, just with the atmosphere and being down 11 against a nationally ranked team, most teams would give up. Most coaches would give up. So to see that look in their eye, like, let's go. It's not over. 2.5 minutes left. It's still a ball game, and we're in it. That says, if we stay healthy, we have a chance to really do something special this year.
Yeah. You mentioned Coach Crowder. Great legacy there. What's the plan tonight against Cabot?
I think with Cabot, we're just going to try to be the aggressor. We're a little bit more athletic than they are. Try to get into our transition game. A little bit different than we did against North Little Rock. We tried to slow it down a little bit and have them play a little half-court set. But we're going to be able to kind of to do what we like to do. So I'm excited about that. I hope the kids are. But it's going to be tough. It's always tough when we're playing Cabot.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. Tip-off next on 5 Sports.
Your life is about to change forever, and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise. Conway Regional.
Welcome back to Buzz Bowling Arena. Jeff and Levi with you. Tonight it is Game 3 of the conference season. Second home conference game tonight. It is Conway at 15-1 overall, 2-0 in the conference, taking on Cabot, coached by Carla Crowder. She's been there, seems like forever. Legendary coach, 8-6 on the season, 2-0 in conference play. Starters for Cabot have been introduced. Now here come your starters for your Lady Cats. Reagan Rotzel, averaging 8.8 points per game. She is a 5'8 junior. Alyssa Netherlane, one of the 2 seniors on this team, one of the 2 senior starters on this team as well, 5'6 guard. There's Maya Yelder, averaging almost 16 points a game. She had a huge game in that win against North Little Rock on Tuesday night, the 5'8 junior. Along with Asia Smith, the junior in the backcourt, 5'7", averaging 16.2 points a game. And then Cardrina Nolan, she's in the middle, averaging 8.6 points a game and 6.6 rebounds per game. These Lady Cats with that victory over North Little Rock, we've mentioned it a few times, Levi, 69-64. And what they did in the last about 6 minutes of that game was nothing short of remarkable.
Yeah, it was crazy. We talk about that 20-point mark with these Lady Cats per quarter. they went above and beyond in the fourth quarter at North Little Rock, 28 points. I mean, that was almost a third of their point total for the whole game, a little more than a third. And, yeah, I mean, they played with such tenacity to come back on the road at another nationally ranked team.
Yeah.
What an impressive victory.
They only had one turnover in the fourth quarter as well. Just about as perfect in 8 minutes as this team could play, and boy, they needed it. You mentioned the national ranking. Conway is number 1 in the state according to Max Preps following that victory on Tuesday night, and they are ranked 43rd nationally according to Max Preps, which is the standard by which all high school programs are measured now, in especially in basketball and football, baseball and softball as well. But for basketball, that's a huge ranking to be in the top 50. Keep winning, and you'll see them continue to go up that ladder. In fact, the only loss this team has had was to Sierra Canyon, a team from California, at the Meadows tournament down in Texas. They're number 15 in the nation. And so it's been a great start to the season. 15-1 at this point for the Lady Cats. Half minute into this one against Cabot, and Maya Yelder is at the free throw line.
It cracks me up. Whenever I'm talking about the Lady Cats with someone, and they're asking, like, how are they going to be this year? I always start off with this line. Well, they're great, as always.
You're right.
It's just become such a habit. I don't even think about it anymore. As always, they're really good.
Yeah, this is a team that we reckon with and a program that is not going anywhere. I have a chance to see the junior high teams play and the 7th grade teams play with my kids and the ball that they play. A lot of good talent coming up, I can promise you that. Good look inside, and the ball's knocked away. Good defense. That is Maya Yelder coming out of there. Cardrina Nolan. She'll find Alyssa Netherlane. We're a minute in. Lady Cats on top 1-0.
This team's so talented at getting the hands on the ball defensively. You saw it 3 times on that last possession.
Yelder, front of the rim, no good. Brooklyn Strasner, Kenzie Wagner, Leslie Roberts, Hannah Ogilvie, and Morgan Westbrook are the starting 5 for Coach Crowder. Good look inside, and Hannah Ogilvie gets the first 2 of the night for Cabot. It's Asia Smith to Yelder. Man-to-man defense for Coach Crowder and her Cabot Lady Panthers. All the way to the glass and in. It's Asia Smith. 3-2. Lady Cats on top by a point. Knocked away, Cardrina Nolan to Maya Yelder. Yelder stops and shoots. They're going to call a travel before the shot went up, so not a charge, not a foul, a travel.
Not the outcome you want, but I guess it's better than if they had called a charge.
That's true.
Cheap foul, but we talked about it some last week. Just watching these players that were role players last year really blossom into starters and having such a big impact on the game this year.
Tied up. Asia Smith gets her hands in there defensively. And Kaija Chapman checks in, and Jada Pickens. As Alyssa Netherlane and Cardrina Nolan will sit after a couple of minutes. 3-point attempt is no good. Offensive rebound and a foul. It's Brooklyn Strasner that attempted the 3-pointer, and Morgan Westbrook gathered up the offensive board and drew the foul.
Personal foul on the Lady Cats, number 42, Kaija Chapman.
Going to be called on Kaija Chapman. That is her first personal foul.
One area that the Lady Cats have struggled a little bit with this year is free throws. And of course, Cabot at the free throw line now. They're such a disciplined team year in and year out behind Crowder that you kind of wonder if tonight free throws are going to play another huge role.
1 of 2 from the line for Westbrook, same as Yelder was a few moments ago, and we're tied at 3. Conway's going to keep it right in front of the scorer's table.
I think Conway might have got a nice little call.
It is tough in the 7A Central every night.
Yeah, that's what Coach Nance was saying in that pregame interview is, it's great to have that victory Tuesday, but you just don't get to celebrate it for very long
right.
with a team like Cabot coming to town.
Jada Pickens, sophomore, can't get it to go. Gonna go out of bounds off of Chapman.
Yeah, nice move by the sophomore there. Great footwork. Could not finish.
Conway, North Little Rock, and Fort Smith North Side all ranked. In fact, ranked 1, 2, and 3 in the most recent rankings of the Democrat Gazette. Jeremy Muck, who is the lead high school sports writer for the Democrat Gazette, at least here in Central Arkansas. If Jeremy's at a game, it's a big deal. Right? That's what you're looking for. You want Jeremy Muck at your games.
That's your watermark.
That's right. And he is here tonight watching this, what will be a top-ranked team in the state, according to the Democrat Gazette. With the win tonight, they've already reached that peak with Max Preps. Reagan Rotzel knocks down the 3, and it is 6-3.
Conway only shooting 30% from the three-point line this season, but Rotzel had that open look there.
Nice job by Maya Yeller to come out of there with the rebound on the missed three-pointer by Roberts. To the glass, soft, it won't go. Roberts comes away with the rebound. 4.5 to play in the first quarter. 6-3, Conway on top. Good defensive play by Kaija Chapman. Stood there, put her arms straight up, didn't commit the foul, but the ball went off of her out of bounds. So the two starters are back in, Cardrina Nolan and Alyssa Netherland.
I need to listen to more of those Virginia games. Is that the team you were telling us about last week? The
Press
40-minute, yeah, the West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah, West Virginia. They call them Press Virginia.
I have a hard time because the Lady Cats, they play so quickly. I don't get to talk about what just happened because they're already on the other side of the court.
Well, I will need to learn also to give you the space that you need to work.
Oh, no, man. It's them. It's their fault. I'm blaming the Lady Cats because they're just so good and so fast.
4:17, 4:16 as the clock ticks down to 4:16 to go. First quarter action tonight at Buzz Boulding Arena. Two 2-0 teams in the very difficult 7A Central battling tonight. Three-point attempt, front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Cardrina had it and lost it. And Izzy Arnold comes out of there, number 14. Alyssa Netherland got a hand on it, but Cabot able to gather it back up. Basket's going to be good. Kenzie Wagner is going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Asia Smith pleading her case, saying I didn't even touch her. I just swung at air. Nice job by Netherland as she almost got her second steal of the game. She was able to deflect a pass like that earlier. Oh, no. There we go.
Netherland. Outlet pass to Rotzel. Can she catch it? She does. Throw it away. That's Arnold. She is a good perimeter shooter. Steps inside the three-point line and can't get it to go. Blocked by Nolan. Blocked by Nolan. And they'll call a foul on the second.
Lady Cats falling into a little fast and loose trap here in the first quarter.
Chance for Cabot to tie it up. And they do, with Roberts hitting the first.
This is Cabot's strategy for this game tonight is let's slow things down and get to the free throw line, keep these Lady Cats from going on a run.
Lady Cats being out-rebounded right now, or at least it feels that way. Another rebound. It's loose. 50-50 ball taken away by Maya Yelder. We are tied at 6. Nolan off the glass. No good. Whistle and a foul. Going to get Alyssa Netherland for that one. It's her first and the fourth team foul here in the first 5 minutes.
Nice Cabot crowd here tonight.
Yeah,
traveling well. I was a little worried tonight, the whole rumors of ice and snow.
Yeah.
I didn't want that to derail tonight's action.
A little more east of us, so yeah, roads are clear here. Blair Nichols in the game, number 3. Pass down low, knocked loose. It's Asia Smith away with it. 2-on-4 fast break. Normally that doesn't work in your favor, but Conway's going to get a chance to reset. Tied at 6, 2:42 to go, first quarter. See the scoreboard there at the top. Thanks to Conway Regional Health System for sponsoring that and all of our broadcast during football and basketball season. Reagan Rotzel misses the three-point attempt. She's taken the most in this team, and she's hit the most as well. 34% from beyond the three-point line coming into tonight. That one was online, but just hit off the front.
You mentioned Conway Regional. I had a little trip to Conway Regional this morning. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
But I was giving some blood, and I had to take my jacket off. Had my 5 Sports shirt on underneath, and see the arm she was drawing from had the little Conway Regional patch on it. She goes, "Oh, do you work for us?" And I'm like, "No." I mean, it kind of feels like it sometimes, but no, I don't. Yeah, love Conway Regional.
I had lunch there this week. It's delicious. Rotzel for 3. Side of the rim, no good. Yelder. Asia Smith wants 3. Back of the rim, no good. Kaija Chapman, good position, gathered the rebound and drew the foul. It's Emily Bellin, number 33, that committed the foul, and she will get a seat next to Carla Crowder for committing that foul. Rotzel. Out to Yelder. Leslie Roberts providing some defensive pressure for Cabot. Rotzel, catch and shoot and score. Reagan Rotzel. It's 9-6. Lady Cats up 3. Second three-pointer of the night for the Lady Cats leading three-point shooter. Spin and no good with the shot by Ogilvy. Yelder to Smith. Baseline all the way through the sea of red.
Asia Smith doing what Asia Smith does there. She using that speed to her advantage to not go up too early. Cabot without a chance to draw a charge as she just winds her way through the Cabot defense.
Asia perfect on the free throw, and Conway, after the game was tied at 6, has scored 6 in a row.
She kind of reminds me of Kendarius Smith a little bit in that way, and that you never really saw him get a charge drawn on him because he could just, the way he could move his body in such unique ways to get to the rim.
Roberts kicking it out. Three-point attempt, back of the rim, no good for Wagner. And Jada Pickens. That's Kaija Chapman and 1.
Chapman was a revelation to me last week. I think I used that word then too, but that's what it was. You know, coming off the bench and really providing some good minutes for this Lady Cat offense.
Brooklyn Strasner back in for the Lady Panthers. Yeah, I didn't know a lot about Kaija, a junior. 5'10". She and Cardrina Nolan, kind of the twin towers underneath, as they provide post play for the Lady Cats.
It's nice that they have two players like that, because it's not really been a core strength for this Lady Cat offense the last couple of years. And they had Future Banks, but there was really no number 2.
If there was any foul trouble, right, then there was nobody to back her up and provide that. But there definitely is this year. Good steal by Pickens. Jada to Asia Smith. And foul going to be called on Asia.
I just did all that bragging about you didn't see Asia draw many charges. And
you're a professional broadcaster.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Fine.
Sorry, Asia.
Nobody mad.
And just like that, Conway, nice little run here towards the end of the first quarter. And that's what they do. They kind of, you don't even notice it sometimes.
This game was tied at 6. 9 straight scored by the Lady Cats with half a minute to go. That's Arnold. Izzy Arnold, number 14. She is a talented three-point shooter off the bench for Carla Crowder. Yelder to Alyssa Netherlane. Shot is no good. So the Lady Panthers will get the final shot of the quarter. And it's going to be a chance for N1. Not a good end sequence there for either team, really. It's going to work out well for Cabot. But they moved the ball around and showed some patience and probably took a shot too soon. Lady Cats went down the court, and they're not really built to milk the clock anyway.
No.
So missed an open three, and now a chance for a three-point play here with just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Conway had that 9-0 run. Chance here for the Lady Panthers to score the last three of the quarter. And free throw is missed. Going to call lane violation and a break there for the Lady Cats, as that was a rebound and what would have been an easy putback for the Lady Panthers. Down to 2. Yelder. Could not get much closer to going in. We've played one quarter. Conway has the lead, 15-8 over Cabot. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Since 1902, Ott Insurance has been protecting what's important to you, featuring Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners is ranked among the Fortune 500 14 years in a row.
We were victims of the tornadoes of both 2011 and 2014. Our Ott Insurance agents worked really hard to make sure we were fully compensated for our losses.
You ought to call us today. That's Ott Insurance in downtown Conway.
(15-8) is our score as we begin quarter number 2. Lady Cats were tied at 6, scored 9 straight to take that 15-6 lead, and then a couple of points there at the end to make it 15-8 where we are right now.
Yeah, Rotel leading the way for Conway after the first quarter, 6 points, and Asia Smith close behind with 5. Lady Cats being out-rebounded in the first quarter, 13-9, kind of uncharacteristic for them, so have to keep watching that stat as the game moves on.
Arnold. Roberts, great defense, but then thrown away. Cardrina Nolan ended up with the steal, and Cabot's going to end up with the basket.
And that's something that she's going to learn, you know. That's a youth mistake there. No reason to feel like you have to throw it and, you know, keep your motion going. Right. She could have just stopped. And those are things that they'll learn, this team will, as we go through the rest of conference play.
Three-point attempt by Netherlane, front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, Conway only shooting 20%, and now be under 20% from the three-point line after that shot. I've been watching that number as it's gone on, because the last few years, Conway been, you know, such a big three-point shooting team. They really kind of not rely on it because they get a lot of fast break points, but that number's been a little bit down compared to past years.
Good look inside to Cardrina Nolan. She goes with the left hand off the glass. Lady Cats up 17-10. Just under 7 minutes to play in this first half. Conway and Cabot tonight. Boys game to follow. That ought to be a really good game. Cabot boys are 13-3. Your Wampus Cats are 11-3. And speaking of Jeremy Muck, neither team is ranked in the top 10 overall or the top 6 in the 7A. So a chance for them to impress the one person they need to impress if they're going to make the rankings in the Democrat Gazette.
The ranking master.
Three-pointer no good by Asia Smith.
And that Conway offense just clears out. Only one Lady Cat down there to even attempt a rebound.
Reagan Rotzel blocks the three-point attempt by Allie Grisham. And Cabot will keep possession of the basketball. Jada Pickens checks in the game.
Every time you say Jada Pickens, I think you're about to say Jada Pickett.
I know. And
Pinkett. And that's not even right. Jada Pickett's not even, I mean, I'm sure she's a real person somewhere.
No, and that's what I think I call her, Jada Pinkett. But it's Jada Pickett is the famous Jada, right?
No, Jada Pinkett is the famous
Jada.
Jada Pinkett Smith. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
This happens every game.
Every game.
We go off on a little pop culture, you know.
That's really what it is.
It's because you don't have that outlet anymore at B98 to talk about The Bachelor or whatever it was.
Whatever I talked about for 14 years. Pretty much The Bachelor, yeah.
Our pop culture tangents. That's what it is.
I like it.
I do too.
We should give away prizes for anybody that can keep up with our pop culture tangents. You know, if we were live and people could tweet at us.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
Well, hey, it's just a month away.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
We'll be there.
Yep. We'll have some 3 road games in February. 3 big road games, actually. It'll be some games that, as both of these teams are positioning themselves in the state tournament, which, by the way, official word came this week, which what we had expected, but the state tournament games will be at North Little Rock. We knew it would be somewhere in the central part of the state and assumed that it would be. We knew the places it wouldn't be. We assumed it could be a couple of places. North Little Rock was the one that made the most sense, and sure enough, that's who placed the bid, and that's where we'll be the first week of March for the state tournament.
Second Lady Cat we've seen do that in the last 5 minutes of getting a rebound under the goal and just throwing it away.
Yeah.
No reason to.
Got to be a little more disciplined for sure. 5.5 to play. We're in the first half. The Lady Cats are up 5. Lady Cats are up 8 is what I meant to say. 20-12. Maya Yelder knocked down a deep three-pointer. She's got 4 points on the night. Her first point since a free throw in the first half minute of the game. 17-foot shot that rolls over the rim against the backboard and through for Morgan Westbrook. Stolen away. 6-point game. Off the glass and in, and a timeout called by a very unhappy Ashley Nance. 4:54 to play in the first half. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
If something goes wrong with your heart, you can trust Conway Regional. Our cardiac specialists help save lives by having some of the state's fastest response times. We offer complete care, including a cath lab team, cardiac rehab experts, and if you need surgery, you'll go down the hallway, not the highway, to Conway's only heart surgery team. Complete cardiac care, completely in Conway. One team, one promise, Conway Regional.
4-point game, and it's a 4-point game because of some really sloppy play by the Lady Cats.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna sound mean, but obviously the Lady Cats are more athletic than this Cabot team. That's normally true.
I think that's a
year
mean
in and
thing.
year out.
Yep.
But you're not always gonna out athlete teams that are real disciplined, especially teams that have been coached by someone like Coach Crowder.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing right now is these Lady Cats wanting to play fast and just playing a little too loose with the ball, not doing a great job protecting it.
Izzy Arnold whistled for the foul.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Jada Pickens, in and out, no good. Kaiser Chapman had her hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. Cabot ball.
At the end of one, Conway had 3 turnovers. Cabot had 7. We're going to watch that stat as we go because I'm pretty sure that's probably evened out a little bit here in the second quarter.
I think you're probably right. 3-point attempt by Roberts is good. We got a 1-point game. 4.5 to go. First half. Smith, no good. Yeah, Conway has really been taken out of their game. Something that we talk about every single game because it's something that is interesting is this whole 20-point plateau. Lady Cats are at 20 points, but we've played a quarter and a half. And they're coming off of a quarter against North Little Rock in the fourth quarter where they scored 28 against the number 1 team in the state on the road. So a very uncharacteristic first quarter and a half.
Well, an uncharacteristic mistake there, too. Is
right.
You got plenty of timeouts left. No reason not to call a timeout if you're not going to get the ball in time. Instead, the Lady Cats turn it over again.
Kaiser Chapman gets a hand on it. It goes out of bounds in front of the courtside Cats, who are here again tonight. I'm not kidding. I love the courtside Cats.
I know, right?
Love when they're
right
here.
there with you.
Wide open shot on the block. Emily Beelan. And it is 21-20. Cabot has taken the lead.
And the jacket has come off. Coach Ashley Nance.
Just inside the 3-point line. Maya Yelder gets called for steps as she was trying to hand the ball off Dekasia Chapman, Alyssa Netherlane, and Cardrina Nolan coming back in. Rotzel, Smith, and Yelder have been on the court for the entire game. We've seen that rotation of Netherlane and Cardrina Nolan, Chapman and Pickens.
Don't mean to jest too much, but I do measure Coach Nance's ferocity based on when she gets that jacket off.
Be a lot of jackets coming off right now. 2 more points and a pass that's thrown away. It is 23-20. Conway was up 15-6 in the final few moments of the first quarter. Since then, it has been all Cabot. Moving the ball well, shooting the ball better. Rotzel. Ball's tipped, but it gets to Asia Smith.
Pull up.
And a charge. Asia Smith whistled for the foul. And that is her 3rd personal foul.
And you could feel it coming as they get on the fast break, but they don't have the advantage. There's 3 Cabot defenders back. Just pull that up, set your offense, and get something going.
So with 2:56 to play in the first half, the Wampus Cats are without their leading scorer. The Lady Cats have had to sit Asia Smith down. It's Maya Yelder. Lady Cats trailing by 3, 23-20. Rotzel, catch and shoot. Cardrina Nolan, a big offensive rebound. The follow won't go. Jada Pickens, shot is blocked. Netherlane comes out of there with it. Baseline, we have foul called on Izzy Arnold. It's just the 6th team foul, so Conway is not in the bonus yet. They will be from here on out, but free throw is not coming up. Pull the ball in from underneath. Reagan Rotzel will take care of that. Outlet pass to Yelder. Between the circles. Rotzel, catch and shoot. Got it. Reagan Rotzel, we're thankful for her tonight. She's got 9 on 3 3-pointers, and we're tied at 23.
And all 3 have been uncontested shots. Is that when they do get their half-court offense set, it's been working.
You know, she reminds me, when we talked about J.C. Higgins, just physically, just the hair and the number and everything else. But in some ways, she reminds me of Savannah Lowe also. Talked about Savannah for 4 years, how when she got her shoulder squared, there was nobody better. There was nobody better shooting the basketball when she got her shoulder squared to the basket than Savannah Lowe. And that's what Rotzel does, is she gets her shoulder square so quickly, but it's a catch and a shot.
Yeah. I was just going to add on to that. Yeah. She may have the quickest release of any Lady Cat I've seen since I've been doing this.
No, I'd agree with that. Absolutely. Good move underneath, Cardrina Nolan. So the Lady Cats trailed 23-20. Since then, they've scored 5 in a row. Loose ball, fought for, out of bounds. That's going to be Conway basketball. It goes off of Blair Nichols. And with 90 seconds to play in the first half, Lady Cats are in a battle tonight.
Nice opportunity here, though, for Conway. Close out this half with some positive momentum. Get the shot you want.
That's Netherlane. In the corner, Pickens. Oh, good look inside to Cardrina Nolan. Good ball movement. Nolan looking to set a pick. Instead, it's Netherlane wide open. Bottom of the net. Alyssa Netherlane, the 5'6" senior, with her first 3 of the night, and those are big. Lady Cats stretch the lead out to 5 with less than a minute to go in the first half.
Another uncontested 3-pointer for the Lady Cats.
Steal by Pickens. Jada's out in front, 1-on-3. Got it. Big steal and a big basket. Lady Cats have scored the last 10. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Nichols. Right side to Wagner. Back to Nichols. Down to 15 seconds. Stolen away. Rotzel to Yelder. Loose ball. Foul will be called on Cabot. Going to be called on Gabby Dodson. So a break here for the the Lady Cats, as they, great defense on that entire possession, get a chance for the steal, and now draw the foul and a chance for them to get points from the line with Maya Yelder there. That is the third personal foul against Gabby Dodson.
Yeah, there's a little confusion here because they're saying there's only 16 fouls, but earlier the scoreboard said 6 before, but then they changed it back down to 5 somewhere between the last few minutes. So yeah, they're going to check on the scorer's table to see what the true number is. I was a little confused too because earlier Cabot had 6,
right?
But after that foul just now, when I looked up, it said 5. They're trying to straighten out.
Okay, so they, the scoreboard was wrong. They must have added 2 at some point. And so that's just the 6th team foul. So still, the Lady Cats, they have the basketball with these final 6 seconds to go.
Going to reset. The clock didn't start.
It didn't start.
A good second in.
Tell you what, that is a thankless job over there. I can promise you that.
It's like a board op, right?
Right.
In radio.
Radio terms, board op. All right, 6.8 seconds to go. Lady Cats up by 7. Yelder is fouled, and that will be the 7th. So Maya's going to go to the line anyway.
And that's kind of an inexcusable foul there. Although the way the Lady Cats have been shooting from the free throw line, it might work out for Cabot.
Get Yelder there. A 69% free throw shooter coming into the game. Makes that one. It's 31-23. Allie Grisham will check in. Lady Cats have scored the last 11 points of this first half. Second one's good. 32-23. And that's going to do it for the first half. The Lady Cats with a great end to the first half. It took a 13-0 run there at the end of the second quarter to keep Coach Nance from completely imploding, possibly. She was getting hot under the collar. Understandably so. It's 32-23. It is halftime. We'll take a break here. The Conway Regional Health System halftime show. Then we'll have the first half stats and the third quarter coming up on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Kendrick with Conway Regional Health System. Conway Regional has been an important part of this community since 1938, providing excellent care with skill and compassion. But we're not just a hospital. Let me tell you about some of our fantastic facilities and services. Located off of College Avenue, just a few blocks down from the medical center, Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is equipped to handle a wide variety of problems for patients of all ages. If you need urgent care, and it's after work or on the weekend, the Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is open 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Conway Regional After Hours Clinic, your best option for after-hours care. Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive, medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center, over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
With 4 locations in Conway and Greenbrier, some with extended clinic hours, our dedicated team provides therapy services, including physical, speech, and occupational therapy, aquatic therapy, cardiac rehabilitation, sports outreach, and pelvic floor rehabilitation. At Conway Regional, we are committed to providing all of our patients the highest quality of care.
32-23 is our score. The Lady Cats scoring the last 12 points. I was convinced it was 13, but that is not the correct math. It was 12. Whatever it was good. 12-0 run.
That's why we're in TV.
Because I can't do math.
I mean, it's,
A lot of truth to that. 12-0 run gave the Lady Cats a 32-23 lead. The Lady Panthers took a lead at 21-20 and then scored 2 more to make it 23-20 and then 12 straight to end the half. And the Lady Cats needed it. It was not a great first half.
Yeah,
even though they're leading by 9.
Rotzel leading the way in the first half for these Lady Cats with 9 points. Most of that coming from behind the three-point line. All of it, actually. She's 3 of 7 on the night. Conway shooting behind the line, only 5 of 18, but it's one of those volume principle things again. Where, but, inside the three-point line, they're shooting really well, 6 of 10. And another big stat for them tonight so far is free throws. They've been 5 of 6 from the line, which has helped in that second quarter.
All right, 32-23. Lady Cats have the lead and have the basketball, but turn it over following the missed shot. Conway comes into this game 15-1 overall. They are 2-0 in the conference. So is Cabot. They're 2-0 in the conference. Those two teams, along with Fort Smith Northside, the 3 teams that are unbeaten through the first 2 games. That looked like a clean block from Alyssa Netherlane, but it is going to be a foul called. And so free throws upcoming, 3 of them for Kenzie Wagner.
It's a tough spot.
Real tough. First one is no good.
Cabot now 2 of 8, though, from the free throw line, so Conway's been getting some help.
Yes.
It's kind of been a reverse of what you would have expected coming into this game, at least from the free throw line.
Both free throws missed by Wagner so far. 1 more to come.
I wonder what Rotzel's telling that referee right now.
Yeah, Reagan Rotzel just talked to Coach Nance about something and then delivered a message to the official that made that call.
Outside of the frame.
Free throw, the third one was good. Pickens, good move, good dish, and a good shot from Cardrina Nolan. 10-point lead for the Lady Cats, 34-24.
It's where this Lady Cat offense can be dangerous, that drive and dish mentality, and it can be drive and dish inside. It doesn't have to always be outside.
That's right. That's Arnold. Jada Pickens picks her up. Ball is kicked and picked up by Conway. Picked back up by Cabot. Picked back up by Cabot.
It's like a game of pinball.
34-24. In the paint. That is Westbrook, no good. Yelder in the corner to Pickens for 3. Got him. Jada Pickens, 5'5", sophomore. Knocks down the three-pointer. Lady Cats up 13.
5 points for her now tonight. That's a nice point total from the sophomore coming off the bench.
Lady Cats needed a spark, and she's definitely helped provide that. Wagner for 3. She answers and cuts the lead back to 10.
Going even further back now. It's a, 17-4 run for Conway going back into the second quarter?
Right. Oh, Jada Pickens. Jada Pickens!
You can hear the collective oh in the arena.
That was spectacular.
That crossover.
A week ago, the first time we talked to Coach Nance about this team, she said, there's a sophomore going to come off the bench that you guys are going to like. Jada Pickens. And boy, she's been right. She plays a fun style of basketball.
It's funny, too, because a year ago it was the same thing, right? Sophomore Asia Smith.
Right. Yelder pulled it down. Netherlane over to Rotzel. Pickens, same spot. Front of the rim, no good. fights for the offensive rebound, and Cardrina Nolan cleans it up and gets the follow.
I remember when Nance first took over, and the talk of the town was, she's got some 9th graders coming up. You guys just watch. It's going to get real crazy. But, I mean, it's really just turned into every year there's some younger players coming in.
I saw a 7th grade point guard last night for Bob Courtway. Alyssa Netherlane, not giving me a chance to say anything there, knocks down a three-pointer, and the Lady Cats have extended the lead to 44-29. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
At Legacy Fencing, we make an intentional effort to make the fencing process simple. Once you call our office, we will schedule a time to meet with you and understand the details of your project. Within 48 hours, you will receive an estimate. After you choose to proceed, a date will be set and your salesperson will bring our well-qualified installers to begin your fencing project. Only after you are completely satisfied, an invoice is mailed to you and even payment can be made over the phone. Quick, easy, and efficient. That's Legacy Fencing. It's fencing for a lifetime.
44-29, the Lady Cats are on top. I was mentioning before the break there, I was watching my girlfriend's son play. He plays for Ruth Doyle, and they were playing Bob Courtway. And prior to his game was the 7th grade A game, as it is, was B team and an A team. And watching players on both teams, knowing that these are 7th graders, they've got 2 more years to develop in this program, in this system, before we see them on this court. And the future is just bright, bright, bright for the Lady Cats. It is really remarkable. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. 44-29. Tipped. Stolen away. Back to Rotzel, and she'll bring it up court. Pass to Yelder across the timeline. Stop. Out to Rotzel. Loose ball. Cabot with the steal. Knocked away by Reagan Rotzel. Yelder. Double teamed. Got to help her out. Help your teammate. Tipped. Still loose. Still loose. Gonna say a foul on the floor. Sure enough, we're going to call Alyssa Netherlane. They got to work to help each other out a little more there.
I thought they were about to call a jump ball, and that would have been fine with me. I mean, after all of that, let's just call it a tie, guys. It said Netherland came down a little too.
Steal. Pickens. All the way. Great body control. And the sophomore is having a great night. She's got 9 off the bench. The Lady Cats trailed 23-20 and have had a pretty impressive run since then. 26-6 run at the end of the first half and the start of the second. Netherlane for 3. Jada Pickens is going to get called for a foul. A little aggressive, trying to pull the rebound down.
Yeah, and Pickens with the big opportunity tonight because of the foul situation with Asia Smith, who's coming back into the game now. 3 personal fouls.
(46-29). Yeah, Asia Smith picked up her 3rd personal foul at the 2:56 mark of the second quarter. It was still a very tight game at that point. Lady Cats with a big run at the end and lead by 15 right now.
Now things get a little bit more comfortable for Conway, though, back with their point guard back on the floor.
Cabot comes away with it. That's Arnold. Corner to Roberts. Back to Arnold. Strassner. In the corner, Roberts for 3, too strong. Yelder away with the rebound. Pickens. Good move. Off the glass, it won't go. Smith comes out of there with it, but she's fouled.
Personal foul on the Lady Panthers, number 21.
This offense feels different when Smith is in there because there's some other players that can bring the ball down, but it's not their comfort zone.
Right. Under 3 to go in the third quarter. Kaja Chapman. Shot won't fall, and there is a foul going to be called against Conway.
It's a good look, too. Nice feed from Smith. She made a good move, but couldn't finish. And there's always that frustration foul, right, where you feel like you should have had it, and then you overcompensate a little bit.
2.5 to play. We are in the third quarter. Just inside the three-point line, not good. Roberts gets the offensive rebound. Strassner, too strong. Shot on the wing is good. That's Roberts. 13-point game. 46-33. Smith. Chapman. Little 15-foot jump shot that goes for Kaja Chapman.
Chapman showing some range.
It was nice. Roberts. Back to Arnold. Good. To steal by Jada Pickens. She goes up for the wild shot. It doesn't fall, but sophomore is going to go to the line. She doesn't play like a sophomore.
No.
Basketball IQ. You hear those type terms. It's clear that she understands the game at a really high level.
Well, she was doing her best Asia Smith impression right there. Just sees the Cabot defender set,
right,
but finds a way just enough to get that body from making direct contact into that, would-be charge.
Who's doing her best Alexis Tollfree impression.
Yeah.
Who's doing her best
Jordan Danbury.
Impression. It's a pretty impressive lineage of guards that have come through here. It is not ending anytime soon. Good look inside, and a basket is good by Hannah Ogilvy.
Gosh, yeah, you're not kidding. I'm just thinking in my head. Asia Smith, Savannah Lowe, Alexis Tollfree,
Cardrina Nolan, and a steal by Pickens. Loose ball, tie ball, going to go to Cabot.
And what all of these guards have in common, we got one at Henderson too.
Haley Estes, yep.
What they all have in common is they all started playing really early.
Yes.
It wasn't you're going to sit and wait. No, you're good enough. You're getting in now. We need you now.
Well, we saw Savannah Lowe as a freshman. And there's some young talent in this city that it won't surprise me at all if we don't see a ninth grader come along real soon that's going to make an impact for these Lady Cats. 51-37, Conway on top. They trailed 23-20 with a few minutes to play in the first half. They've played much more like themselves since then. Nolan is fouled, and Cardrina will go to the free throw line.
You can almost hear contact up here.
Yeah.
The ref did a good job of imitating what had happened. You can hear that slap too.
If you're just joining us, I want to remind you what's at stake for the Lady Cats tonight. Most likely the number one ranking in the state when the Democrat Gazette's rankings come out on Sunday morning. They were number 2. They knocked off North Little Rock on Tuesday, who was number 1. So obviously a win tonight should vault them to number 1 in the state. The Democrat Gazette, they're already number 1 in the state according to Max Preps. And they found their way to number 43 in the nation according to Max Preps, with one loss this season to the team that's ranked number 15, Sierra Canyon out of California. So this is a really, really good Lady Cat basketball team. Hopefully folks will catch on to that quickly and come out early to watch them play when their games tip off around 6 o'clock on home game nights.
The craziest stat to me, we talked last week about the crazy, numbers you can dig into with crossover, which is what the Lady Cats use. 51% of their shots are uncontested. That blows my mind. It goes to the way they get down court and move that ball around.
53-39, Lady Cats on top. We'll take 60 seconds and have the fourth quarter next on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Auto Center is Central Arkansas's most reliable auto repair and recovery company. Our state-of-the-art facility in Conway is your one-stop shop for everything automotive. With over 80 years combined experience, our certified technicians are known for expert workmanship and attention to every detail. We also provide the area's very best towing and recovery services. We take great pride in our work, and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed.
Come to Steve's Auto Center for all your automotive needs.
At U.S. Truck Accessories, we've got everything you need to accessorize your ride. We carry a huge variety of truck accessories, including bed covers and camper shells painted to match your truck, starting at only $995. Plus, U.S. Truck Accessories is your trailer hitch headquarters. Whether you need a gooseneck hitch, fifth wheel, or receiver hitch, we've got you covered. We're also the area's newest Go-Light dealer. We offer quality products at competitive prices and installation on everything we sell. U.S. Truck Accessories, 1335 East Oak Street in Conway.
Go to the fourth quarter, Conway and Cabot tonight, looking to remain on top in the 7A Central. Both teams are 2-0, along with Fort Smith Northside. Conway's got the lead right now.
Yeah, 2 players in double figures here in the second half for the Lady Cats. Nice move there by Asia Smith. Kadrina Nolan leading the way with 12. And Jada Pickens moving her way up 10 points tonight for the sophomore. A really key stat for Conway tonight as Asia Smith goes to the free throw line has been their performance at the free throw line. 8 of 11 so far tonight. And this is a team coming into the game that's just been shooting 65% from the free throw line. So really good numbers for them. And these are going to be way more important the deeper we get into conference play.
Well, you jinxed her on the first one. 2 for 2 on the jinx.
I'm sorry, Asia.
No, you're fine. I mean, they've got to overcome your ability to jinx them. Or my ability to jinx them, because we'll take the blame. But yeah, you're going to have to get some free throws to go down as the season goes along. Northside twice, North Little Rock again. Going to have a state tournament that want to make a deep run in. Again, if you missed that announcement earlier in our broadcast, state tournament games this year in North Little Rock. And so we'll be there carrying those games for you. Can't wait.
Oh, man.
The way the Wampus Cats are playing as well, it ought to be a good, fun run that first week of March, trying to get to Hot Springs for the finals. Knocking it down, Asia Smith with the three-pointer. She's got 8. Quiet night for her. She had to sit for a lot of the game because of foul trouble. Comes in averaging 16. She's halfway there.
We talked about it some a week ago, but it's what's been nice for Coach Nance and this team this year is the ability to spread out the points among the team. I mean, you have a sophomore in double figures tonight, and your leading scorer missed a big chunk of the first half with 3 fouls, but it's okay. They're able to survive stretches like that because they're not so reliant offensively on one player.
Cardrina Nolan at the line. Cardrina, a 74% free throw shooter coming in. Jinx continues.
And she, I mean, in terms of volume, she's probably the best free throw shooter. I mean, there's a few that, there's one that's 3 for 4, but Cardrina shot a lot more.
Right, if with a minimum of 40 attempts, she's definitely got the highest percentage. Yelders hit 70 of 102 for 69%. But Cardrina is usually pretty clutch from the free throw line, and she is on the second. Lady Cats are up 18. It's a game that they trailed in by 3 deep into the second quarter. Blocked by Reagan Rotzel. Yelder to Smith. Behind her, out of bounds.
Felt like Rotzel playing volleyball out there.
Sound like a spike,
that ball,
didn't it? Yeah. Under 7 to play. Boys game to follow. And that promises to be a good one as well. Cabot boys are 13-3. Conway boys are 11-3 following that huge overtime win on the road at North Little Rock on Tuesday night. The Cabot team's interesting. They're a bunch of seniors. They've got 9 seniors on their team. So they're very experienced.
2 years removed from state championships.
Exactly.
They know what it's like.
And they have only lost these 3 games this year. They've lost twice to Fair, Little Rock Fair, which is a little interesting. And they lost their conference opener to Catholic. And that Catholic game, they were held to 32 points. So you know what Catholic did.
You know how Catholic Cabot's people.
Yes,
from football.
Football. That's a great way to say that. Yes. Yeah, and Cabot's averaging over 60 points a game, and they were held to 32 in that first night of the conference season. Picked up a win in the second game, so they are 1-1 coming in.
Well, and this Lady Panther squad scored 80 points on Tuesday and been held to half that here in the third quarter. Or no, into the fourth quarter. I don't know what quarter it is.
Alyssa Netherlane. Saved. Nope, out of bounds.
Conway got a break there. It looked like they were giving up on that play a little bit, thinking I guess it was going to go out of bounds, but she almost pulled it off.
6 minutes to play in the game. Rotzel for 3. That catch and shoot, knocking it down. 4th three-pointer of the night for Reagan Rotzel.
Well, and I go back to that stat I gave you earlier, 51% of their shots on the year uncontested. It just blows my mind that they're getting that many open looks.
They move the ball so well. They wear you out.
So Rotzel now with 4 made three-pointers, or I may have that slightly off. I know she had
She's
3
got
at halftime.
4 more tonight. Yeah, she's got 12 points, 4 3-pointers tonight. Kaija Chapman blocked. I think that's going to be the 4th on Alyssa Netherlane. And it is. 4 personal fouls on Alyssa with 5.5 to go.
4 for 4.
60-39 is our score.
She's been a big presence, though, defensively tonight. She's been deflecting passes that have led to steals.
Out of bounds, Conway basketball. Lady Cats on Tuesday night travel to Fort Smith Northside. Northside, a team that's 14-1 overall going into tonight. 2-0 in conference play. They're taking on Catholic and Mount St. Mary tonight, so Northside's probably going to win that game. So you'll have 2 teams, each with 1 loss. Very likely to be another matchup of number 1 and number 2 on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And then next week we're back at home. Lady Cats and Wampus Cats playing host to Central.
Asia Smith picked up her 4th foul on that last possession. Kind of a strange. If anything, I would have called it a travel. I'm not sure I would have called a foul on her, but with 5 minutes left, Coach Nance going to let her stay in.
Whew, Alyssa Netherlane. Send it into the cheerleaders. And a timeout called by the Lady Cats. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds and we are back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change, and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center. Over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
60-39. Lady Cats up big.
Yeah, Conway shooting 72% from the free throw line tonight, well above their 64% average or 65% average on the season.
Right.
And they're still being out rebounded, but they've closed the gap in that department, and you've kind of seen that play out here in the second half. But the point spread for this group of starters. Well, one of them wasn't a starter. She comes in, Jada Pickens, with 10 points. Then you got 9 from Rotzel, 12 from Nolan, and a bunch of other players were 6 and 5.
Yelder misses a 3-point attempt there. Roberts misses, and Alyssa Netherlane adds to her rebound total for the night. Out to Yelder. Lady Cats 4.5 minutes away from improving to 16-1, and for all intents and purposes, officially locking down the number 1 ranking in the state, according to the Democrat-Gazette. Jeremy Muck, again, is here tonight. He's the sports writer for the Democrat-Gazette that covers high school sports and does such a fantastic job. I remember the first time he saw Conway play football this year was the North Little Rock game there. And that was a tough game, as we all remember, both games at North Little Rock. But he had a lot of nice things to say about Michael George that night. And subsequent weeks continued to and remembered what he saw that night. And congratulations to Michael George winning the 7A Player of the Year award that was handed out last night by the Little Rock Touchdown Club. A great honor, and it was a fun year watching him and the rest of the Wampus Cats play football for sure. And they're back at it, getting ready for the next season already.
Right?
Good to see those tweets from Coach Ashcraft as they are in big-time off-season mode, getting ready for the next year.
There is no off-season anymore.
True. 3:38 to play, 3:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats have taken a really close game with a few minutes to play in the second quarter, turned it into a margin of victory that will be double figures plus.
Well, it comes back.
I guess there's no such thing as double figures plus. That'd be triple figures. It's going to be a big, wide margin of victory, it seems.
And, I mean, it really has, a lot of it has been the production from the free throw line for them tonight, because shots-wise, both teams are pretty even. Cabot's had 39 shots now, and Conway's had 41, so it's been even there, but Cabot has shot poorly from the free throw line tonight, and Conway, on the other hand, has been pretty much lights out.
And Cabot, a little run here. Shot is no good, but the follow is good by Emily Beelan. And it's 62-47.
Coach Nance putting up the hand.
Time
to slow down.
Yep. .15 advantage. Rotzel for three. Her fifth of the night. Reagan Rotzel, she's got 15, all beyond the three-point line. 65-47. Stolen away. Outlet to Asia Smith. Asia, too strong. Pickens. Wild shot that won't go, out of bounds. Going to be Conway ball. 2:17 to play. Izzy Arnold checks back in. Reagan Rotzel will inbound the pass to Maya Yelder. Lady Cats up big, starting lineup on the court, with the exception of Alyssa Netherlane, who's sitting with those 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, this lineup, though, has been good.
Yeah, you could
for
see
the Lady Cats tonight.
You could see Jada Pickens working her way into the starting lineup pretty easily.
I mean, you got Rotzel, three-point specialist. You got 2 really dynamic guards, quick dynamic guards. And then with Yelder, who's kind of a in-between, and Nolan, the way she's played on the block tonight.
And I think from Coach Nance's reaction, she was not looking for a shot there.
She's done that the last 2 possessions. Rotzel's last 3.
Okay, even the May.
She had the hand on the face. Yeah, it was, yep, and there's going to be a little bit of talking going on here. Yeah, I mean, I think she's just ready to kind of ride this thing out, because Cabot was starting to go on a little run
there.
They were,
yeah. And so, yeah, there's no reason. There's no shot clock. There's no just be patient and let it run out. But when you're a high school kid and you're making some three-pointers, the crowd's cheering. Sometimes you might pull the trigger on one before you're supposed to. Final 90 seconds. Lady Cats going to improve to 16-1 and 3-0 in the conference. And get ready for a Tuesday night road trip to Fort Smith against the Northside team that will most likely be the number 2 team in the state. Conway should be number 1 when the rankings come out on Sunday. We'll take a timeout with the teams on the court. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Hey, did you know that Legacy Fencing was voted as the best of the best in Faulkner County? Of course I did. Everybody knows that. Did you know Legacy Fencing is still the best of the best in Faulkner County?
Of course I do. Everybody knows that. Some things just don't change.
While most things change, Legacy Fencing continues to be the fencing company that the people of Conway trust.
Legacy Fencing, it's fencing for a lifetime.
(65-49) our score. There's a minute 11 to play. Once again, the Lady Cats and the Wampus Cats on the road on Tuesday night at Fort Smith Northside, then back home against Little Rock Central.
This just does not.
Yeah,
it does not get any easier.
Not at all.
I mean, think about that. North Little Rock on the road Tuesday, Cabot tonight, Northside on the road,
That's
and then, wow, that's a stretch right there.
Maya Yelder lets it go in the back court before she catches it, and we're down to the final minute to play here. Yelder. Cross court to Asia Smith. Asia held well below her average tonight, but important minutes when she was on the court. Had to sit for much of the game with foul trouble.
I'm pretty sure the talk in that timeout went like this: if you shoot it, you don't even want to know. Do not shoot the ball.
You'll run to Fort Smith. 30 seconds. Rotzel to Kadrina Nolan. Cardrina. I've made a note to myself that it's Cardrina, and I've called her Kadrina, and that's not her name. Big Drina is what it says on the back of her practice jersey.
Big Drina.
Big Drina. All their nicknames. Final score is going to be 65-49. Nice win for the Lady Cats. They get the victory. They improve to 16-1 overall. They are 3-0 now in conference play. Most likely facing a Fort Smith Northside squad that's also going to be 3-0 on Tuesday night. Cabot drops to 8-7 overall, and they are now 2-1 in the 7A Central.
Yeah, looking at the stats, leading the way tonight, 15 points, all coming from behind the three-point line. And Nolan right behind her with 13. Another player in double figures tonight off the bench, the sophomore, Jada Pickens
nice
with
game.
10 points, and then Asia Smith with 8, and Netherland and Yelder both with 6 points. And really, to me, we've been saying it throughout the game, but the difference tonight, free throw line team, is they shot well above their average on the year. They've been right around that 65 mark coming in tonight's game. They were above 72, 73% tonight, so that certainly helped in crunch time.
Once again, the final score is 65-49. The Lady Cats get the win. Most likely going to be the number one team in the state when the Democrat Gazette comes out Sunday morning. Max Preps already has them as the number one team in the state. That's all great. You just want to keep getting better and better and better and better and better into March, and then a deep run in the state playoffs. All right, ladies win. Let's try to get a doubleheader victory with the guys coming up next. The Conway boys take on Cabot, which should be a very, very entertaining game, and that's happening in just a few moments. Had a chance to talk to Coach Salty Longing. We'll have that for you prior to the tip-off, and that's all coming up on Conway Corp Channel 5. Wampus Cat basketball tonight against Cabot. The Cats coming off of a huge win on the road against North Little Rock. We're with Salty Longing. Coach, before we talk about Cabot tonight, let's talk about an exciting win on Tuesday night.
Well, we're fortunate. We got a lead, played well, started quick, but that North Little Rock pressure hit us there at the end of the fourth. Thought we'd thrown one away. Hit a prayer at the end of the regulation and is able to squeeze one out there in overtime. So huge road win for us.
And I was going to say road wins are good any way you can get them. Let's talk about a home game tonight against a good Cabot squad.
Very good. 14-3 Cabot. We was just talking to Coach Bridges earlier. This was supposed to be a rebuilding year for Cabot. Instead, it was a reload. 14-3 coming to town. Huge rivalry game for us and for them. It'll be a tough game tonight. Tough game.
Let's talk about your team. You had mentioned last week about how there's been multiple players who have been your leading scorer even though Caleb had a huge night the other night, he wasn't the only person who provided offense.
I'll tell you, we talked about the contribution aspect to our team, and I'm not so sure it was as big as Tuesday night. And it didn't all show up in the box score. It wasn't just the scoring. We needed Scott Ashby to run our point for almost 2 quarters in the second half. Jacqueline Kaiser, backup post, came in and played enormous minutes in the second half. And I could list on and on. But we did get Stuart Lowe, 15 points, 9 rebounds. It took every point, every rebound that we could scratch out to get a victory. But the contributions were huge Tuesday night.
We'll look for them again tonight.
All right. Thank you, now. Appreciate you.
Tip-off is coming up soon. It'll be next, actually. It's that soon on Conway Corp Channel 5.